One evening, as they walked in the hospital garden, Asha stopped and turned to Juma.
I remember our first lunch together,
she said with a smile. Tears welled up in Juma's eyes as he hugged her tightly.
I knew you'd come back to me,
he whispered. Once upon a time, in the vibrant city of Zanzibar, there lived a determined young man named Juma. Though intelligent and handsome, Juma's family struggled with poverty, forcing him to drop out of school at a young age. To support his family, Juma decided to learn a trade. He approached a wealthy merchant named Chief Mtemi, who was known for his successful coconut business. Chief Mtemi agreed to take Juma as his apprentice for 5 years, promising to give him enough money to start his own business afterward. Juma worked diligently and honestly for Chief Mtemi, quickly becoming his most trusted worker. However, Juma's honesty made him unpopular among his peers, who often engaged in shady activities. 3 months into Juma's 5th year working with Chief Mtemi, Bahati, a jealous colleague of Juma, framed him by stealing money from Chief Mtemi and hiding it in Juma's belongings. When the money was discovered in Juma's possession, Chief Mtemi was heartbroken and dismissed him despite Juma's pleas of innocence. Now homeless and jobless, Juma began sleeping under a bridge. Determined to rebuild his life, Juma started selling coconuts by the roadside. He bought coconuts from local farmers and sold them to passers-by. His hard work and perseverance slowly paid off, and he managed to save money to live comfortably. One day, while selling coconuts, a well-dressed woman named Asha stopped by his stall. She wanted to buy coconuts for 1,000 Tanzanian shillings, but had no cash and asked if she could make a bank transfer. Juma agreed, and Asha transferred the money. However, in her haste, she accidentally transferred 10,000 shillings instead of 1,000. Juma noticed the mistake immediately but couldn't reach Asha. He decided to keep the extra money safe and return it when he saw her again. After several days, Juma finally saw Asha and returned the excess money. Asha was deeply impressed by his honesty and invited him to lunch. During their meal, Juma shared his story, and Asha, moved by his integrity and hard work, decided to help him. Asha, who came from a wealthy family, provided Juma with the resources to expand his coconut business. She rented a shop for him, bought the necessary equipment, and even arranged for him to attend business courses. With her support, Juma's business flourished, and he became a successful entrepreneur. Over time, Juma and Asha developed a strong bond. Asha's belief in Juma's potential grew into affection, and they began a relationship. Juma introduced Asha to his parents, who were initially grateful for her support. However, as Juma's wealth and status increased, his parents insisted he marry a local girl from their tribe named Farida. Juma's parents went ahead and arranged his marriage with Farida without his consent. When Juma learned about the arrangement, he was distraught. He loved Asha and didn't want to betray her trust. He confided in Asha about his parents' plans, and together they decided to find a way out. Asha suggested they talk to Farida directly. They met with Farida and explained the situation, hoping she would understand. Farida, who was kind and understanding, agreed to help. She did not want to marry someone who loved another and was unhappy about the arrangement being forced on her as well. During their meeting, Juma's former jealous colleague Bahati approached them. Bahati, who had changed heart, apologized for his past actions and offered his help. Juma, initially wary, saw sincerity in Bahati's words and decided to give him a chance. As they began strategizing together, a connection blossomed between Farida and Bahati. Farida admired Bahati's determination to make amends, while Bahati was drawn to Farida's kindness and understanding. They spent a lot of time together, planning how to convince Juma's parents, and gradually their mutual respect turned into affection. Meanwhile, Juma's business faced unexpected challenges. A rival coconut seller, Ramadani, tried to undermine Juma by spreading rumors and lowering his prices. With Bahati's inside knowledge of the market and Asha's financial acumen, they devised a plan to counter Ramadani's tactics. The teamwork brought Juma and Asha, as well as Farida and Bahati, even closer. At a significant cultural festival in Zanzibar, where Juma's business had a major presence, they planned a grand gesture to confront Juma's parents. The festival was a perfect opportunity as it gathered the community and provided a stage for Juma to highlight the importance of love and personal choice over rigid traditions. With the festival in full swing, Juma, Asha, Farida, and Bahati made their move. They invited Juma's parents to a special presentation. On stage, Juma spoke passionately about the values Asha brought into his life and the support she provided, making it clear that his success was intertwined with her unwavering belief in him. Farida then took the stage, expressing her respect for Juma's feelings and explaining that she did not wish to marry someone who loved another. Bahati followed, sharing his own story of redemption and his newfound respect for Juma and Asha's relationship. The heartfelt speeches moved the audience, and Juma's parents, seeing the love and unity among the four, reluctantly agreed to cancel the arranged marriage. Freed from the unwanted arrangement, Juma and Asha continued to build their lives together. Their business grew, becoming a well-respected enterprise in Zanzibar. Farida and Bahati also pursued their relationship, finding happiness and fulfillment in each other. Just as everything seemed perfect, fate threw another twist. Asha received a lucrative offer to study business management abroad. Torn between her love for Juma and this opportunity, Asha faced a dilemma. Juma, valuing her dreams and recognizing the importance of the opportunity, encouraged her to pursue it, promising to support her from afar. Asha left for her studies, and Juma continued to manage their business, waiting for her return. However, weeks turned into months, and Juma lost contact with Asha. His messages went unanswered, and calls were not returned. Juma grew increasingly worried, not knowing that Asha had been in a car accident and lost her memory. Asha, recovering in a hospital abroad, struggled to remember her past. She couldn't recall Juma or their life together. Meanwhile, Juma, unaware of her condition, was left in a state of confusion and despair, fearing the worst. Months passed, and Juma continued to search for Asha, contacting embassies, hospitals, and mutual friends, but to no avail. His business suffered as he was consumed by worry and heartache. Bahati and Farida stood by him, offering support and encouragement. One day, while checking his emails, Juma received a message from a hospital in the country where Asha had been studying. The message stated that a woman matching Asha's description was admitted months ago and had been struggling with amnesia. Juma's heart raced as he quickly made arrangements to travel and see her. Upon arriving at the hospital, Juma found Asha in a rehabilitation center, looking lost and fragile. He approached her gently, hoping to spark a memory.
Asha, it's me, Juma,
he said softly. Asha looked at him, confusion in her eyes. Over the next few weeks, Juma visited Asha daily, recounting their story, sharing memories, and showing her pictures of their time together. Slowly, bits and pieces of her memory began to return. She remembered their coconut business, the time they spent together, and the love they shared. One evening, as they walked in the hospital garden, Asha stopped and turned to Juma.
I remember our first lunch together.
she said with a smile. Tears welled up in Juma's eyes as he hugged her tightly.
I knew you'd come back to me,
he whispered. With Asha's memory gradually returning, the couple decided to return to Zanzibar together. Their reunion was celebrated by friends and family. Asha's parents, who had initially been wary of Juma, now welcomed him warmly, grateful for his unwavering love and dedication. Back in Zanzibar, Juma and Asha rebuilt their business and their life together. They continued to inspire others with their story of love, resilience, and the power of standing by each other through the hardest times. Farida and Bahati, whose relationship had also blossomed, stood by their side, cherishing the bonds they had formed. Juma and Asha's love and partnership thrived, built on trust, respect, and mutual support. Their story became an inspiration in Zanzibar, teaching us that honesty, hard work, and supportive relationships, combined with resilience and the courage to stand up for one's beliefs, are essential for overcoming adversity and achieving success. The end. Thanks for listening.